You ever hear
was
Seven
dead.
Nation Army?
Is that White Stripes?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, I
Good
haven't
tune.
caught that
Very
one.
good.
It's like
No,
this
I don't
la 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 la
D,
la
D,
la.
D.
Hey, that was
That's good. That's harmonizing. That sounds really good. I'll check that
was. I have moments where I'm singing and I'm like, fucking Jesus, that was good.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have that?
No.
No. No. Oh, with you? No. No.
Did you notice I cleared my throat right in that moment? Just in case you guys are like, let's hear.
Yeah, yeah. Give us a little taste of an example.
No, 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 no. You got to touch the ear.
Sure.
I think I'm better than Mateo at singing.
I agree.
Yeah, and you're in better shape, definitely.
Do you really think you're better than Mateo?
I mean, well, he has something.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's got the whoa, but I feel like I have the like la na 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 na. Mine's sexier. What
You
did you
have
say?
I
a
would
breathy
say-
soul, a breathy
Yeah.
sound. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did Les Mis when he was in here, and my reaction to that was very different from my reaction to your singing.
I'm glad I missed that.
God damn it, Joe. We should go to break.
Nailed it.
No, maybe not.
Woo, hot dog.
Yeah, no, I would say that he is better than you at singing.
I don't know. I haven't heard enough of Joe. I mean, you can't have, because you love Mateo and what he's singing, you can't.
That's true. I am
Right,
a fan
Joe,
of this
eh?
show.
You,
That's,
you want a show tune?
Something.
you know show too?
What you're good at, yeah.
Good morning, we talked the whole night through. Good morning to you.
Well, that's actually very good. That
It
was
is.
very good. That was very good.
Kind of low key, flat. That's how I like the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think, yeah, you're right. Like, Mateo has a skill set, right? Like, there's a
Sure.
certain song that speaks to his heart.
A lane. He has a lane.
Yes. Yeah, I think, Joe, when it comes to you, it would probably be like, what speaks to your heart
Yeah.
would probably be the fair comparison.
Mhm.
And Sam's face is unironically revolting in this video. The
I mean,
adoration.
Just because you don't like it.
ready, that's what it says. Oh.
It's he's dreamy.
Well, it's incredible. It's an incredible talent.
Yes.
I think I can do this.
You do?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you could.
I would love to hear you try this
Yeah.
song.
Oh, he means stare lovingly at Mateo.
Why don't I just do Sam's job?
Oh, the hand on the chest. Oh, I got the vapors. Fucking fruit.
I like the song.
Oh,
Hand on the chest.
I don't know which face is worse to watch.
Oh,
It's an amazing show.
yeah, but it's
into it.
it's when Sam's eyes narrow and he's like guiding him into it.
Yeah, when he's moving his
Yeah. Ah.
I was humming this to myself for, months after this.
It just doesn't reach me though.
Oh,
Like,
here it comes. Here it comes.
I don't like it.
That's probably my favorite part.
Mateo's version I'm enjoying a lot.
He's incredible.
But the song itself I would never seek it out. Watching your hand clutch your chest.
Yeah.
I wish it was for different reasons.
This
I
song
don't-
stinks.
That's not true.
Stinks. You're not, I'm not. I gotta sit here and listen to you guys poop on "Born to Run."
Yes.
This is a love story that takes place in the middle of the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Fuck the French Revolution. Who cares? Born to Run takes place right in the American Revolution.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know why I
Right in
can't
your
just,
soul.
Why can't you just dislike both of them? Then I'm usually exclusive.
Is that the
It's on a
place-
seesaw. Yeah.
Are you finding yourself in that place?
Yeah,
Right
I
in the
don't.
center?
I like Born to Run more than I like his version of this, but I would never listen to this if he didn't sing it.
I don't think that there's anything that Joe List could sing that would move me the way Mateo moved me.
The French Revolution was really something to see. Wow, is that
That's
that
very
different?
good. That's very
I
good.
really feel like when I watch an opera,
Uh-huh.
or I don't watch opera, but when I see a clip,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. How different is that?
It's pretty similar.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It's pretty, and nobody's come to you and gone like, "Oh, I have an employment opportunity for you with this traveling opera."
Not employment, but I do get a lot of people that are like, whoa, hey, that was really, oh my God.
You
Better
get a
than
lot
I
of-
thought it would be. Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, what can't you do? And I'm like, I don't know.
Besides
I know.
comedy.
One time I was going up to Montreal, not one time, 100 times, going up to Montreal when we were young New England boys looking to,
Sad
look
boys.
at tits and drink.
Canadian strip clubs, yeah.
And right when we got into Montreal, I put on Panama, and then when the chorus came out, I turned it down and went, Canada!
That's cool.
Killed! Killed! They still talk about it back there.
That's cool.
What time, would you be into this? I feel like this might be up your alley. I hated it though. Me and four of my buddies, we got we went to the strip club and you get like a private show with two ladies. and they're doing like a double dong thing.
Yeah.
And one of the women goes, "What's your name?" And I go, "I'm Joe." And she goes, "Oh, I'm Joe. My dick is so small. I got a small dick." And I was like, "What are you doing? I hate that." Like she thought, like, you seem like a guy who wants to. His dick is small.
That's a very specific kink, and if you're not into it, it's the opposite.
You never want to make the assumption. No, I wouldn't be into that unless it was one-on-one. I don't like big, public. It was one-on-one, and a girl was telling me how much better a bigger cock was, and it was dirty. But if it felt performative, no, it would do nothing for me.
Yeah, that I think I could get into. If my wife was like, I got to come clean. I'm disappointed with your cock.
Yeah.
That might be like,
I need to be filled properly. Like, yeah, I
You
get
like
it.
that?
I get it. I'm not cutting the mustard.
I got you.
As I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, no, I would hate that. But,
Yeah, I mean, does it sound like...
but this woman just being like, "Oh, Joe's got a tiny dick," and I was like, "What the fuck? I just gave you all of my money.
Yeah, like, fuck you,
100% of my money is in your possession, and you're saying my dick is small."
She probably didn't realize you're cool.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And I don't know why people don't understand that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You have a cool vibe.
Look at how I'm sitting.
Yeah, honestly.
Chill.
I
Yeah.
got
You're
two
so
elbows
chill.
up.
Not a care in the world.
You're so chill. You're coming on here. You're like, these are the tunes I'm into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some jokes I made. One at the monster truck rally. One when I was driving to Canada.
Yep.
I'm just a cool dude.
I can literally feel the mean comments in my pocket right now.
No.
When I get out of here, you fucking loser.
Yeah, it's because they're jealous. They're not cool.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You know,
They
that's what
hate
you
me from a
gotta.
distance.
Yeah, don't forget. Sometimes they hate us because they ain't us. You know what I mean?
I went from mandolin to MMA, which I feel like not many people have made that
No.
transition.
No, you were going alphabetically, obviously.
on my bucket list alphabetically.
Were you better? Are you better at MMA or mandolin?
Well, now I'm better at MMA because I've been doing it
Doing longer.
longer.
Oh, you're still doing it?
But yeah, I mean, I took a little while off because of COVID and shit.
What are you doing, jiu-jitsu?
It's like jujitsu. Well, it's mixed. That's the first
Mixed
down.
what?
Martial arts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we do standing, striking, some kicking and all that horse shit, and jujitsu.
Yeah.
But then he kicked me in the in the chest the other day, and I have a lingering issue. And it's like the
That's how Houdini died.
I think.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
Well, he got punched in the stomach. Yeah, he used to let people punch him as hard as they could in the stomach because he knew how to tense his gut
Good
up.
abs.
Yeah, and then he ended up getting punched too hard in the stomach one day, and he died.
Well, this was so light. I am such a
Well, you're not Houdini.
I stay. I mean, he kicked me like
Tremendous.
I'm
core
gonna do it
strength.
like this. Like it was like 40%, and it's like 3 weeks ago, and I moved. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I'm just not cut out for it. We were sparring, and for the first time ever in like 3 years, he threw a punch, and I countered and caught him on the face. And I put up both hands and apologized. I'm like, I'm really sorry. And then he fucking uppercutted me in the face. And he's like, you got to stop. You can feel him being like, dude, what are you doing?
What do you think we're doing here?
But I'm not. I connect with somebody's face, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm terribly sorry
Do you
because I listen to
feel-
Jackson Brown.
Yeah, that's true. Do you feel more secure on the subway? Like, do you feel like if there were, not that you would, if a professional fighter came around, he'd kick your ass, but
Could you defend yourself?
could you defend yourself or maybe
From an
even
accoster.
your wife, if somebody was accosting
From
your
a
wife?
masher.
I've had several accosters this year, and I've run from all of them.
You still have a flight.
You've had accosters on the subway?
Not on the subway, but one in Salt Lake City and in Austin. I had guys get aggressive.
What,
in
were
my
you
face.
walking? Are those
Oh,
like
that's right. You
quiet
told us
towns?
about. I think you told us
you
about
about one of
Austin.
them. Yeah.
Austin, you told us.
What about Salt Lake? 'Cause it can be kind of quiet on those streets. They're not always
Well,
packed.
I also want
That's
to
the
know,
thing.
like, what's going on with you that, like, when accosters see you, they target you,
the
and when
glasses.
strippers see you, they say you have a small penis.
I think it's the glasses, the jawline, the face, the forehead, the personality, the herpes. It's a lot of stuff. It's a conglomerate.
I
but
see.
Somebody said that to me. They're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I tell them I have $40. They have to fight me for it. I don't know if that's a bad idea." I have to confess, I just did a joke for my act on the radio show.
Appreciate that confession.
Yeah. So what? And I yucked it up like a fucking college student that just picked you up at the airport.
The one in Salt Lake City was scary because I was on the phone with a woman, not my wife, like a friend.
Sure.
Nice.
But it is a woman.
Nice.
And we were talking, and it's embarrassing because we're talking, and we're talking, life shit, and I'm trying to be like, well, here's what you got to do, and then she's like
You know,
talking.
Jackson Brown once said.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like sad and like, I'm just depressed and I don't know what to do about. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. And I was like, I had to like interrupt her and be like, hold on. There's like a couple of suspicious guys, and I can hear her like, okay, I don't know.
Where were you? Like outside the hotel or?
This is in downtown Salt Lake City, but like you said, a lot of these cities, there's just nobody out.
Yeah.
I think COVID was detrimental to the nation.
I hadn't seen
Really?
it. I've heard people say that, but apparently
That's
a lip
interesting.
cuck. Yeah.
It's a good take, actually. I'm going to research that opinion.
I think it caused a couple issues, personally. But
I mean, I didn't want to get controversial this morning, but
So you're on the phone, and what are they doing?
so I heard an argument. I saw two guys in the distance because I'm walking, and they were yelling at each other, which I'm always anxious because it's not like they're like, well, leave him alone because this is between us.
Yeah.
Usually, if you look, they get involved, whatever. And then I passed one guy. One guy started walking. He passed. And then I saw over here to my right another guy that I didn't know, and I think they were the ones fighting. And then a third guy was up here. It was a little pack, and he had a bike. And he looked at me and he goes, "You!" Ah! And like screamed like a wrestling promo. And I went, I'm sorry. And he started running at me with the bike. So I just took off running and I was like, I'm sorry. And this woman was like, do you want me to call 911? I could hear her. I'm like, shut up, you bitch. Just leave me alone. And so I ran because he was on a bike. And there was three of them. I was in a triangulation of fire, like JFK.
Sure.
yeah.
And so I ran. But that one,
Read up on it.
I might have jumped the gun.
Well, he couldn't catch you on a bike?
Well, he ran next to the bike, but in my mind, he was going to get on the bike, but he never did. So I just ran and ran.
They were just fucking with you.
Yeah, they were fucking around with me. And then he was like this, doing that thing.
Yeah.
And
you were just running.
I just ran like a small child would.
Yeah.
So,
So like your MMA training is not giving you any additional confidence.
well, there's a fella by the name of Joe Rogan.
Yep.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I don't listen to him because I'm a Neil Young guy, but
Yeah, he got thrown off Spotify, so Neil Young's fans
Yeah.
can still have something to listen to, I believe.
I love Neil Young, but I don't care for his take, but
Probably not going to
music.
win that one.
4
I
good
like
songs.
his music,
4.
but I mean, that's insane. But
Hey, my.
You won't have that, right? That's bullshit.
yeah, he's fantastic, but he's got a lot of shit. I will admit, Neil Young has like more shit
Mm-hmm.
than
Great.
great.
Yeah.
At this
Right.
point.
Okay.
But it's a lot more than 4 songs.
But averages out to
I've never
garbage.
heard more than 4 that I liked, but
I mean, I'd probably side more with Jim on
Yeah.
that, but I don't know. I may be ignorant. I don't know. I'm willing to admit that, but it does probably average out to shit.
yeah.
If it's more bad than good anyway, it's,
You are like a hurricane. Anyway, so Joe Rogan told me I did the right thing by running away, and you shouldn't try to fight these guys. And he's dabbled in mixed martial arts.
Does he know MMA?
He knows a couple things. So
Okay.
he said I did the right thing. But there was another one in New York where a guy kind of went like, "Wah," like that. And I did shift into a fighting stance. And I was with Ronan Hirschberg. I don't know if you guys know Ronan. He's a wonderful comedian, but he's like a chubby Jew, which is the best guy to be with because he was like, that was insane. He's like, you got into fighting. That was crazy.
Right.
What
I
did
was
the
like, I
guy do
know.
when you did that?
He kept moving on. He just did like, and kept walking. But I jumped and kind of shifted into this thing, like instinctively. It felt good.
It didn't make you feel good?
Yeah.
It made me feel good, especially because if like a normal, regular person was there, they would have been like, oh, let's keep walking. That was crazy.
This guy watches Cobra Kai. Yeah.
But I mean, in the cab, Ronan was like, I mean it. That was really something. That was really, I was like, oh, don't worry about it. So that was exciting.
Trying to figure out how to like downplay it without getting him to stop talking. You want him to keep it.
Yeah. I was like, well, it was nothing. Don't even, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyone would have done it.
It's
You would've-
old hat.
Yeah. You would have done the same thing.
Well, it is good. I mean, I wonder if there is a point in training that you could get to where you would feel confident, or if that thing in you would always be like, man, it's not me. I don't want to.
Well, I mean, I think homeless people is there. A lot of them are on narcotics,
Really?
and yeah, so they can be a little.
Unpredictable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to imagine feeling good just beating the shit out of a homeless guy and being like, that went well.
Do you?
I totally disagree.
Really?
Yeah, if a guy's threatening you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I could, but I would feel good if I could and
Right.
to do it.
It'd
Yeah.
feel nice. You'd
Sure.
come in here and be like the greatest thing
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
I
Guy
kicked
tried to
the
throw me on the train tracks. I karate chopped him.
Wouldn't that be great if you want to do an MMA gym because you want to learn the most lethal karate
Karate
chop?
chops.
I need just chops. I just want to do karate chops. Oh, well, look. Joe List, you are an absolute pleasure.
Thank
and,
you.
You're very funny, man.
You're an artist.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And
a
a
lot.
multi-talented one at that.
Yeah, comedy's just one thing. I
Right,
do, you know?
right. And that's what,
Yes.
I mean, if you want to see Joe do comedy, that's one of the
And
things
you
that he
don't.
does. February 15th, they'll be in Houston, the 19th, Atlantic City. Later in February, Key West, then in March, Tampa, then back to Boston in April. You can go to comedianjoelist.com. I just watched your first set on Letterman.
Oh,
that
thanks.
You reposted on your YouTube page recently, so you can look that up and follow him at Joe List Comedy. Of course, Tuesdays with Stories, available weekly wherever you get podcasts. It's always a pleasure, Joe.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.